Oh, YouTube, how you doing? How you doing? I am working on my truck. I am cleaning up rust holes, and honestly, this wasn't a hole to begin with, but when I started grinding it down with my angle grinder, it turned out to be quite a big hole, which is usually how these things turn out. It looks like the kid I bought this from may have already attempted to do some repair. I'm pretty sure this is Bondo here, where this rust was, which, so no, it's a 96 and it's in a New York winter. I definitely expected it to be rusty, so it's not as bad as, it can be. These things are usually just rotted out and gone by now, but it's still physically in one piece. So I'm probably gonna get a lot of, hate for doing it the way I'm doing it, but I'm doing this basically a quick fix for appearance, and hopefully it holds out for a little bit. I'm not planning on keeping the truck for a long time. So I grinded down this area. I actually after grinding, I just did rust treatment. I used Ospro. It's like this green stuff, rust prevent or rust converter. What's it? Phosphate, something phosphate. I sprayed everything down. I even sprayed the frame, which isn't in bad condition. It looks like it may have been painted before. But I'm going to be using some Bondo. Yep. I'm going to put one of these little freaking pieces of metal in there, which is probably not the best. This is drywall stuff, but hell, it's aluminum, so it won't rust. So, it might work. I'm going to use the degreaser around the area before I start applying everything, just to make sure it's got a clean surface. I am planning on throwing some expanding foam in there just to seal that thing off, because and then the rest of the plan for this truck is I'm gonna pour 15 the frame, which is why I have the pour 15 degreaser. I'm gonna do the entire frame going back, and then this body line here, probably up to this part, I want to say, but maybe, yeah, probably to this part of the body line. I have Raptor liner, U-pull Raptor liner, and I want to do the entire length of the truck, trying to get all this sealed up and all the rust, basically to try to save it from, really melting away, because New York will get to it. We saw our roads up here, and it's horrible. It just gives your car cancer, and it just eats it away. But I'm going to try to do it. I've never done this before. I've never done body work. I've never painted a car. So this is all, I'm kind of going as I go, or learning as I go. I've watched a few videos, and basically I'm just going to record my progress and show you how it turns out in the end. I'm not going to do all the video steps here because I'm just using my phone, but I will, before, that's what it looks like. After will be with some stuff on here. So let me get to work here. This might take a little bit of time. I probably should take this off, but nah, you don't need to do that. I can get my finger in there. We're good. Okay, so I've finished a part here. I've gotten my drywall screen in. I'm going to move that because it looks like it's about to drip. And then I got some spray foam, the expanding foam, which seems to be doing exactly that, expanding, and filling in all the interior crevice there, which is exactly what I wanted, so that's good. Next step after this is I'm going to start applying the Bondo, that stuff. Oh yeah, it's expanded pretty good. It's starting to come out of every little orifice that I sprayed into, so I think the interior of that is nice and sealed. I got my metal screen in there and everything, so I'm gonna let this sit for, actually I don't know how long it takes to dry, but tack free in 10 minutes, less than 10 minutes, full cure 24 hours. Well, as long as it's tack free, I'll be good. Although this hose is probably not going to be usable after. I didn't think about that. I still got like a half a can in here. And I got the other side of the truck to do. I'm sure there's going to be just as much hole on that side as this side. But once this is done, I'm going to, start the Bondo process. I'll go to that. Alright, so we got the body filler on, and while I was waiting for that foam to dry, I was pour 15ing my frame, the entire front of the truck. I'll show you the rest of that later because I got more to do. I gotta get to the rest of the frame here. While the body filler hardens, I'll start sanding that and painting it with some primer. Alright, we've got a bit of the body filler sanded here. These little divots here aren't going to matter because once the bed liner goes on, it's textured, so you're not going to notice that anyway. So I'm not going to make it perfect here. It's just, that's the way it's going to be. And the bed liner is going to be a different day, so that's pretty much it for this one. But while I was waiting for all this to seal and dry, I did my entire frame in pour 15. Even tried to get as much as I could and all the cracks and crevices of all the suspension products. But I think it came out pretty good. Alright guys, I went and painted it, threw a couple coats of paint on there, primer and paint. Obviously there's some little bits and pieces there, and honestly you're not going to worry about them because once that bed liner goes on, it's thick and it's got a texture to it, so you're not going to notice all. Pour 15 hands, that shit ain't coming off. Yeah, but you could tell where the tape line is. The bed liner's not going to be for a couple weeks here, but I'm going to go from that line all the way down here and all the way back, following the entire body line of the truck. That is the goal. So yeah, this was a quick little video of me just fixing that rust hole, which I, first time ever doing any kind of body work. I think it came out all right. There's another giant hole on the other side that I am working on, but it's gonna have to wait because I am running out of daylight. Thanks for watching, everybody. Until next time.